bring back into the show Congressman Mark Green from the House Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus. It's great to have you back on, Congressman. Can the White House do a vaccine mandate for domestic travel?
No, they can't. I mean, it's already been ruled unconstitutional for the businesses. It's been ruled unconstitutional for federal contractors. Multiple different judges have made this decision. And what's really interesting, the president's chief of staff actually said they were using OSHA to get around the Constitution. So the president of the United States is working to get around the Constitution of the United States. This shows the disrespect for this country that this president and his staff have. No, it's unconstitutional.
Let's watch what was said today. Watch this.
Further in the direction of public health and mandates, given the potential risk and the fact that we're headed into winter?
Sure. Well, one, I would say that nothing is off the table, including domestic travel.
Why the hesitancy to require proof of vaccination for domestic travel?
Well, we do, as I talked about, have those tight requirements on the international travel. We have the workplace requirements. Jonathan will continue to look at all options, and everything's on the table.
So we went from 15 days to slow the spread, to lockdowns, to firing healthy workers if they didn't get jabbed, including first responders, to now a vaccine mandate for domestic travel. We still have the First Lady, Nancy Pelosi, walking around without wearing masks in large gatherings.
Yeah, and even the president on his recent vacation for the holiday was seen in a store with his face looking out the store with a sign that said masks required, and he's not wearing a mask. I mean, the hypocrisy here, and to demand that Americans have to have a vaccine while people can just waltz across our southern border, 1.6 million people this year plus, and the president shows no concern about that whatsoever. It just shows that this is all about Joe Biden's authoritarian power grab. Yeah, that's all this is.
Let's show, by the way, you made an important point. The courts have been moving to shut down the Biden vaccine mandate multiple times as unconstitutional. Show the action in the courts. And now we have a dozen Senate Republicans could force the government to shut down for as long as a week if Congress does not defund the Biden vaccine mandate. We've got Democrat Senator Joe Manchin. He may go along with that. You're going to see the court action piling up for the Biden federal vaccine mandate. We have that, and we have, so the Senate may vote next week on a resolution from 50 Republican senators to get rid of the Biden vaccine mandate through the Congressional Review Act. So how can you do a domestic travel, vaccine mandate when all of this is going on?
Well, look, the airlines already realized, I think it was Southwest that balked first, that they can't make that mandate against their employees. So if you can't do it to their pilots and their air crews, how in the world are you going to do it for passengers? It makes no sense whatsoever. And hopefully the Senate will get all these mandates off the bill.
People understand the necessity to get vaccinated because it also reduces the likelihood you're going to get hospitalized. People understand the importance of it. What they don't like are double standards. Let's watch Dr. Fauci on the double standard, claiming there are border protocols to stop COVID-19 at the border. Border Patrol is saying wrong. It's not happening. You're going to see Dr. Fauci saying a third booster shot could be part of the two-shot regimen. Dr. Fauci was reportedly part of that pressure campaign against FDA officials who said you don't need a third booster shot. They resigned over that. Watch this.
What about people who don't take a plane and just these border crossers coming in huge numbers?
That's a different issue. For example, when you're talking, we still have Title 42 with regard to protection at the border. So there are protections at the border that you don't have the capability, as you know, of somebody getting on a plane, getting checked, looking at a passport.
You have a vaccine mandate.
Right.
At what point does the booster become part of the mandate?
Yeah, I can't answer that right now, but I know that for the time being, the official definition of fully vaccinated is 2.
But do you see that changing? We keep having these variants. We're concerned about them.
It could change. It could change.
Fauci has demonstrated that he is just a Democratic talking head. He will go with the politics, and he will change on a flip of a dime. I mean, you look at his answer there where he says, well, gosh, 2 million illegal immigrants coming across, not testing them, releasing them COVID positive. That's no risk whatsoever.
Okay, let's be clear. The White House has not required universal testing or vaccine mandates for border crossers. Border Protection is overwhelmed with drug and human traffickers. They're not checking. as Dr. Fauci implied. The administration has given that job of checking to nonprofits. They don't uniformly do it either. So again, he's whipping fastballs by the American people.
Yeah, absolutely, Liz. This guy is the same guy who said in committee under oath at the United States Congress that we did not fund gain-of-function research. Well, now we know that U.S. dollars did do that. He's not an honest person, or he's not competent to make decisions because he keeps contradicting his own statements. And clearly here at the border, there are no protections. I've been to that border. There's no system. They don't block COVID positive people, and they turn around and put them on airplanes in McAllen, Texas, and fly them all over this country. It is absurd, this hypocrisy that they're doing.
You know, masks for kids, but not fully testing illegal immigrants. Is that the science? I mean, the White House press secretary, Jen Psaki, already admitted to different standards in September. She's saying, you know, we're not doing that, but it's not the same thing. They're not intending to stay here for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
You know, all the word salads. It's nonsense word salads that keep coming out of the White House. The real good question is, from Senator Rand Paul, is why aren't we pushing for antibody tests to see who has natural immunity?
Oh, exactly, natural immunity. And there are about 18 studies that I've reviewed, and more than 2/3 of those studies showed that natural immunity was actually better than vaccine immunity. So here we are kicking people out of the military, destroying our military readiness because they haven't gotten a vaccine, even when they've had a better version, which is natural immunity. This is the stupidity of this administration.
Congressman Mark Green, it's great to have you on. You do your research. Come back soon.